Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. Where are we today? We are actually at an old place that we've been to before, Amoy Street Food Centre, and we're going to explore, have a food adventure here at this food centre, which will happen after the intro. Welcome back. So we are actually heading to Amoy Street Food Centre. This food centre you can see here. And the reason why we are here is because recently I did some videos here. A Worth the Queue episodes. And when I was here, I noticed that there were much more food stalls. Places that I haven't been before. Some of them are new, some of them I didn't visit last time I was here, so I've decided that I must do a more thorough research. Then that means that I will have to make another food adventure here at this food centre. This food centre has lots and lots of good food, and so we're going to go back into this food centre and we're going to explore some of the new foods, new stores that open up here, and also some of the places I didn't visit previously. So join me now. And the first place we're visiting to is this new place called Rayyan's Waroeng Upnormal. And here they do something very interesting. What they do is they sell, of course what they mainly sell is ayam penyet, but also Japanese food like katsudon and donburi. And so here is just the menu. On this side here you can see they also sell the ayam penyet. And then here you can see different types of items, different types of meat, even like I said, katsudon. And here you have donburi, gyudon. So what they do here, they sell a variety of Japanese food and also ayam penyet at the same store, which is also very unique. And when I was there, they also have some new items, which you see here at this side menu here. And well, it looks interesting, so I decided to give it a try. What I tried from this store is the jumbo penyet, which is on the new menu. So what you have here is you have a big piece of chicken. The chicken here is almost like a chicken cutlet. Then at the side here you have a nice little salad with a sour yogurt dressing. Then the chicken, they do it quite nicely. It's still warm, the skin is super crispy, and then they put in a lot of crispy stuff on top, which you can eat together with the rice. And it gives a nice different texture to the rice. Then you have this sambal, like any ayam penyet sambal. The sambal here is flavorful and also super spicy. But one thing very interesting here is they actually put at the side some Indonesian sweet dark soya sauce. This dark soya sauce somehow goes well or complements the chicken much better than the sambal. And especially when you eat it together with rice, it gives it a bit of a sweet finish that tastes better on my palate with the rice. But I must say, first of all, they give you a huge piece of chicken, and then you get the rice, and which is actually quite filling, and all this for only $6. So it's actually quite affordable and also quite interesting. Taste wise, not the best ayam penyet I've eaten. Next up is their Jumbo Amsterdam, which cost me $7.50. But what's different here is that on top of your ayam penyet, they give you a very nice mixture of gooey cheese, which they pour on top of the chicken. And the cheese here does make this dish different. The taste of the cheese is like a medium flavor cheese, which is sweet and totally complements the fried chicken and the rice here. And something that is very different than what you normally get from ayam penyet. I really like this combination. Just that, like I said earlier, with the previous dish, the sambal here, super spicy, but doesn't really goes well with the dish. But the cheese with the fried chicken and the rice and all the crispy bits on top, oh, here, this one here, if you like cheese, you should come here and try this. Even though it's $7.50, but it's worth the $7.50 to pay this, to eat this. It's something different, something nice, something delicious, and something very, very cheesy. Up next is another store that is quite new on the second floor here, called Famous Minced Meat Noodles. And here, not only do they sell minced meat noodles, they also sell liver miswa and also prawn and pork rib noodles. So I decided to give it a try because there is a bit of a queue for these noodles. So I ordered from them. They are $4 minced meat noodles, since the name of the shop is called Famous Minced Meat Noodle. So this is the dish. First of all, it didn't look like much, but when I tasted the noodles, you can tell that the noodles was done well. The noodles here was nice, soft and tender, but still had a slight bite texture to it, which is very good. Then I ordered the chili version, and the flavors of the chili, the flavors after you mix everything up, is actually quite nicely balanced and spicy, which I like the spiciness. And the noodles goes very well with the sauce, and they also have a nice pork lard flavor coming from the sauce. And when you eat the noodles, there's still a lot of minced meat in there that clings up to the noodles, and when you eat it together with the minced meat. Then you have the soup. The soup is a light, savory minced meat noodle soup, which is also very good. So overall, I'm actually quite surprised that the noodles here are actually quite good, which normally for a store that cooks different type of noodles, whether the noodles are good is actually questionable. But here, I must say, the owner who cooks the noodles does have some skill, and the noodles here, he does cook the noodles well. Up next is this store called Kinobe, and here they actually sell Japanese rice bowl. So you can actually have a gyudon, butadon, wakyudon, chikadon, smoked duck don, and also udon. So all the mafia dons are here to have a meeting. Just kidding. Anyway, I ordered from them their gyudon, which cost me $6. So gyu in Japanese means beef. So here's the dish. What you have is you have a nice poached egg on top. Then you have the meat. Inside the meat there's also some onions, and then underneath there is rice. So first of all, the rice. The rice here, just normal rice, nothing really special about the rice. But what I like is the egg. Can you see it now? The egg is jiggling. It looks jigglingly delicious. Jigglyless deliciousness. And I know if I break the egg later, the yolk will go very well with the rice because of the jiggliness of the egg. And then you have the meat. Unfortunately for the meat, it's not seasoned enough. Maybe the owner wanted you to taste more of the natural taste of the meat, but because it's not seasoned enough, when you eat it together with the rice, it tastes even less seasoned, and it doesn't pair well with rice because of the not enough seasoning. Then the onions. The onions was also not cooked long enough, so there's not enough sweetness and caramelization coming out from the onions. So everything here doesn't really stand out. None of the flavors stand out much. And then the portion size is also a bit small. But what I like is the egg yolk here. Look at that. So nice and yolky and all soaking into the rice. Doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look delicious? The only good thing is the egg. Other than that, it's just average. Next up, we are coming to this place called Zipp. Not like the zip in your pants, but Zipp, which sells burgers and pastas. So they do sell a few types of burgers. They sell like here hamburger, pork burger, chicken burger, fish burger, and also pasta with like ugly olio. I have problems saying that. Then you have tomato, and then you can also when you order a burger, make it a set. You add an extra $1.50. And here I ordered their hamburger. hamburger cost me $5.50, an extra $1.50 for the fries. The size of the burger is not big, but I must say it's sufficient. It's sufficient because of the patty. If you look at the patty there, you have a nice thick patty of meat. The patty here is thick, it's juicy, and it's seasoned well. The buns, quite ordinary, quite nothing special about the buns. The buns reminds me of maybe McDonald's buns, but the patty here definitely much better than McDonald's, because here they actually use real meat, and the meat here nice and thick and juicy. Then you have the fries. The fries was not crispy, but it's still well fried. Tastes well salted. But what I like from here, like I said earlier, is the thickness of the patty, which you can see coming now. Look at the thickness of the patty. The patty here is much thicker and use much more real meat than all the fast food restaurants that we have here. So if you do want to eat a proper burger and you do not want to pay exorbitant restaurant prices, come here. $5.50 for this burger. Not too big, but still sufficient, still enough, still better than fast food burgers. Up next is this store, another new store called Mama's Boy, and what they specialize in is making mac and cheese. Yes, a mac and cheese hawker store, something that you would never think of could happen, but here it is. So here's the menu. They have very interesting combinations, very interesting things you can order. You can have it spicy, you can have it with different types of flavors like butter chicken, chili, lemak. So I find it very interesting. So what I ordered from them is their classic with turkey bacon instead of beef bacon. It cost me $8.50. First of all, the macaroni they use here, the consistency of the noodles is not the same throughout the whole dish. Some is soft, some is a bit firmer, some is, so when you bite into it, you get different textures. But what I like is actually the topping on top there. Some of the topping there is actually crispy, so when you bite into it, you get a different kind of crispiness together with your macaroni and cheese. Then the flavor here, I must say I do like the flavor. It has a strong cheese flavor, something like cheddar or Parmesan cheese, or a combination of both. It's savory and cheesy, and it's thick. It's thick like mashed potato thickness. Look at that. But I must say I really like the flavor, and the only issue I have with it is the price. For my own opinion, any dish at the hawker center that is more than $8 is a bit overpriced, and it's very hard for you to survive selling $8 hawker food. But taste wise, I really like it. Portion size a bit small. For $8.50, this is a very small portion size. But flavor wise, if you like cheese, you will not be disappointed in this dish. And so this brings us to the end of our food adventure here at Amoy Street Food Centre. This food centre is a favorite of all the office workers, of all the people that work in this area, this CBD area, and they all come here for lunch to satisfy their empty stomachs, to satisfy their taste buds, and also their wallet. And this food centre is a place that you have to come to if you like Singapore food, hawker food, street food. This is the place for you. And before you go, please do me a favor. Please help me by liking my video, sharing my video, and also subscribing to my channel. And lastly, but the most important thing, the thing that you have to do is, first of all, before we go, what you need to do is you need to actually watch my other food adventure videos. I came to nearby food centers and also other hawker centers around Singapore. And also my new series, my Worth the Queue series, watch that too.